Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. It is the start of another week. Every Monday morning, I go, how did that happen? Where did the time go? Where did the weekend go? Where did the week go? But here we are, and I'm really excited about this Monday morning. And it's my little ego in the background is saying, you say that every Monday. Well, you know what? I'm excited about every Monday's conversation. Kind of never know where it's going to go sometimes. And I love when I get to have guests on, and this particular guest is really special. She's usually actually the very first one in the comments every Monday morning going, "Good morning, Tasha. Good morning, everyone." So it's really cool to have her here this morning. I see. Good morning, Denise, fellow Denise Money Manifesting McKeezy. I love it. All right. Good morning, everyone. And as you're joining, remember here in our money family, we love loving each other. So go ahead and say good morning to each other. Actually look at the comment above yours and just instead of liking, click the love button. Like just share the love this morning. That's the way I'm feeling. Yeah. Our Signs of Getting Rich family. All right, so I want to jump into this conversation. I see that we've got enough of you coming in. If you could also share, that would be really great. On Facebook, you can share the video, you can start a watch party, you can tag friends, do all of that, because I promise you, this conversation, somebody's going to thank you for sharing this. Valerie is on with me this morning, and Valerie has watched this Facebook Live that I've done. I think I've been doing this for 4 years, every Monday morning for 4 years. I was thinking the other day, because it came up on my timeline, you know how it shows you on Facebook, like trips you've been on. And 2 years ago, I went to Europe, and I remember being in Santorini, like running around like a mad woman in the heat of the summer, trying to time it. I remember it was 2 p.m. there, which was 8 a.m. here on the East Coast. And I was just running around trying to get my phone to work, trying to get a signal. I mean, I have been in some places to make this work every Monday morning at 8 a.m. And Valerie has been through all of it, right? I think she said there's probably one that she missed live and had to watch the replay. So what's really cool is, having watched this for all this time, here she is this Monday morning. She's also part of our Money and Profit Mastery program right now, which makes my heart sing to watch her journey. But a few weeks ago, she sent me an email after one of the lives and said, I just had a major breakthrough. If you want to make me like my heart skip a beat, tell me you've had a breakthrough. My heart goes pitter patter. I'm screaming. I'm like, yes, tell me all about the breakthrough. And when she shared it, my immediate response was, will you come on Facebook one morning with me and talk about this? And so this is really my treat to all of you. This is going to be really good. If you've ever, found yourself, I don't know how many of us have heard, the fear of success. Mm-hmm. And I know for me, when I first heard that, it literally took me 2 years to come to terms that I had a fear of success. Absolutely. It's like Jackie, who's in our group, said recently, she was like, oh no, that's for other people. No way, that's not me, right? So if that's you saying that's for other people, listen really, really closely to Valerie share this morning. For me, after 2 years of denying that I had a fear of success, I realized that actually I had some serious fear around succeeding. And a big part of my fear was my family, I think just knowing that I'm, for all intents and purposes, I think I'm in large part a people pleaser. I'm a recovering people pleaser. And so for me, for most of my life, I just wanted to make my mom very happy, my dad very proud, do the right thing according to what my husband thought I should do. Those three, I think, were the big ones for me. And so when it came to going on the entrepreneurial journey, which defied logic to those three people, I was like, oh boy, I have these big dreams of success as an entrepreneur. But if I do, it's going to mean upsetting these people that I've lived my entire life trying to please. So that was the big big aha for me. Like, yeah, you're not doing what you need to do. You're procrastinating. You're creating every excuse in the book from going after it and really, really achieving the success you can. And here is why. So that was number one. But the second one was, for me, freedom is one of my top 3 values. I revere freedom. I absolutely love, and for me, I even say it's like even deeper, it's choice. I love choice. And one of the choices I really love is free time. I love being in control of my time. So when I started thinking about being an entrepreneur, in my mind, I had this story that said you're gonna have to work harder than you've ever worked, right? Isn't that what they tell us? You're gonna have to hustle and grind, to make your dreams come true. And I had seen my parents who were entrepreneurs. I saw the way my dad worked. I saw what it took. So I had a whole story that said, if you succeed, you give up your freedom. And for me, I came to the awareness that I was literally afraid of succeeding because it was going to mean I wasn't going to have time for my kids. I wasn't going to have time to travel and do the things that I really wanted to do. It was like, I would rather keep the job with the 2 weeks vacation than go after my dreams and do what I see everybody else doing, which is taking no vacation because they have no time and no money. And so I was like, I don't want that. And I literally was afraid that if I started, the more I succeeded, the less freedom I would have. And so one day it came to a head, and you all know about my journal. So this is my little, hold on, because I'm splitting the screen at Valerie this morning, right? So this is my journal that changed my life. I literally grabbed this journal and I decided, every time I have a negative thought, every single time I have a negative thought, I am I'm going to write the opposite of it in this book. And so I grabbed this journal, and my very first entry, and I know many of you've seen this before, but hold on, I have to split the screen with Valerie. So there you go. You can see it's literally, that's it. Didn't even fill the page up. I wrote, I can have money and freedom too. Because I realized it was an either or in my mind, right? Mm-hmm. So that was my very first entry. And then the whole rest of this journal is all about every time a fear came up or an either or situation came up, I literally just got my journal and I created in this book the life I'm living today. So I'm invited Valerie on because I want her to share her story and take us all the way to the breakthrough that she had recently. And for Valerie, it was about balance, right? There's a little either or in there, but oh my, look, 111, 111 people watching. I love that. Thank you, angels, for letting me know you're here. But Valerie shared in her message with me something that I think will give so many of you another insight into how this might be playing out for you. Because when I read her story and I read the breakdown, I was like, wow, I never thought of this. I never thought of it like this, even for myself. So with that, Valerie, I think I've prepped you enough. I think we have a full audience. This is just sit back and listen this morning. I want you to know, one of our family members, this is just a personal share. And I just know every single one of you watching, you're going to get something from Valerie's story. You're going to see yourself in parts of it, but listen for the breakthrough. That is what I want everyone to get. So go for it, Valerie. It's all you. Take it away.
Well, thank you, Tasha. And hello, everybody. Really happy to be here to share this with you. So my fear of success didn't exactly start out as a fear of success. Like Tasha said, it started out as trying to live my life in balance because, you get taught that living your life in balance is a good thing to do. And that's kind of how my family was with it. It was like an eye for an eye family, a tit for a tat kind of thing. And I kind of learned that it was safer to stay under the radar than it was to stand out. And so that's how I started living my life, with just this whole idea of creating a nice little safety zone for myself without straying too far to the left or too far to the right, because I was always concerned that if I did something, that brought me up here, something would have to bounce it to bring me back down. And I was always trying to avoid that whatever it was that was going to snap me back to normal. And so that's what I did. I didn't dream. I didn't pursue success. I was the person who just never wanted to be the manager. Just let me blend in. I never took the stage. I was always the people working behind the stage. That was the way I was living my life. And it didn't matter if it was for something big or something small. I just stayed within that safety zone without going out of it. It was like I was living my life according to the scientific principle: for every action, there was an equal and opposite reaction. And I was determined to avoid as many reactions as I possibly could. So, and it sounds bad even now. I mean, I know how bad it sounds, but it wasn't that bad when I was living it, because I'm just thinking, I'm living my life in the middle. I can just kind of slide down the middle, just nice and easy, no pressure in either direction. And it kind of worked.
For a second, Valerie, because I think, when you said it sounds bad, so many times I used to have a little sticky note on my laptop that said, "How does it keep me safe?"
Yeah.
And I think that's it, so that's the question I always encourage everyone. Like, if you're watching and you're thinking about, just like Valerie said, not dreaming, or even more importantly, like, how are you doing with going after your dream? And when you ask yourself that question, like, how am I doing with going after my dream, really achieving the level of success that I believe I'm capable of, that I even dream of having, but how am I doing with taking the steps towards it? And when you make that evaluation, I think a really great question to ask is, am I just trying to stay safe? Because listen to what Valerie said. She was raised with a belief that every time you get up here and you rise and you succeed, something's going to happen to bring you back down. And if I was raised with that belief, you best believe I just want to stay right here in the middle, right? So just think about that for yourself. And if there's any one of you that this is resonating with, can you put a thumbs up? Can you just, let us know in the comments? Like, I absolutely, I see myself playing it safe. If that's you, just let us know so, we can guide the rest of this conversation. But that is definitely one of the things that I've seen in different parts of my life is, and sometimes it's not even with success with business, it might even be in relationships, or it might be, with other areas of it, with friendships. You know what? Instead of going out there and getting new friends, let me just keep it safe. Let me just stay right here. Jackie says playing it safe. Yep. Trying to play it safe. Yep. Karen says that's me. Yep. Absolutely. I know I can relate. It's the fear of, just think about that. The fear of rising up here and either the pain, the emotional pain, just the fall from grace, and everything that's involved in that. And like Valerie said, and who knows what might happen to take you down? We have no clue what it could be. So nobody wants to risk that. It's one thing to know, well, I'm going to succeed and then something's going to happen in my finances. But what if it happens in another area of your life, which is going to be part of Valerie's story? So, all right, great. So Valerie, we're talking to our people. Keep going.
Okay. So, like Tasha said, living in balance, it kind of worked for a while. But in 2005, pretty much everything changed. And that was a bad year for me. I was in the process of getting a divorce, and it was not a friendly divorce. And I was a complete and total hot mess. I really just wanted to leave. I was willing to leave. I was willing to take my stuff, leave the house, everything. But my ex-husband, he wouldn't give me the money, and he was the one that was making the money at the time. So I was really stuck. And I resorted to what I call sheer desperation prayer, which I'm sure people know it is. It's when you're like, please, 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 God, please. I just need enough money to get the hell out of this situation. Please give me something. Please, please, please. And it's like, and I did. I manifested money. I manifested well over 6 figures. The problem was that I manifested it as the result of a head-on car collision. And it was a bad car collision. It was 4 cars, and I was literally the only car not at fault. It was really crazy. And but then my brain started working, and it's like, because your brain kind of thinks weird things sometimes. And so I thought, okay, well, I got the money, but I got it as the result of something really bad happening. And it was like, oh my God. So you're talking about rising, rising, rising. And what happened? What caused my fall? What bounced it out? A car accident. I mean, a really bad car accident. And, so now my brain's thinking that money is only going to come to me as a result of bad things happening. And it was like my divorce settlement. I got money, but again, it was the result of something bad happening. And then the kicker, the one that sealed the deal for me, was that on the day that I was driving home from the doctors, this was 6 months later, driving home from the doctors with my note saying that I could go back to work, I literally got rear-ended on the same bridge that my head-on car collision was on, about 100 yards off from it. And of course, that went to a lawyer too, and I got money from that. So now I am like basically convinced that money is only going to come to me when bad things happen. And I was literally paralyzed at that point, because I was like seeing all these bad happenings. Ironically enough, Tasha doesn't know this either. There was a previous accident to these two. So this was actually the third accident.
Oh my God.
But the first one didn't have money involved. But by the time the third one happened, the money connection had been made in my brain that bad things would happen to me if I got large sums of money. So I got real paralyzed. But I'm also, like, my background is psych. So I really understood what was going on. I took my time, and I sat down and I thought about it, and I analyzed it, and I understood that I had a fear of success, and that it was just basically a problem between trying to live my life in balance and this ridiculous belief that money was only going to come to me as a result of something bad happening to me. So, and the thing is that success was off the table too. I can't look at success now, because again, it's just going to happen. I'm going to come up here success-wise, and something bad is going to happen, and bam, I'm going to be back down at the bottom. And I wasn't interested in having any of those bad things in my life. So now I'm really stuck in the middle. But because I had that understanding and I was able to think through it and work through it, I was lucky, because I, managed to build a life that I really love. I was able to move. I love where I live. I love the work that I do. I don't ever want to retire, because I love what I do so much. I love the people in my life. I love my family. I love my friends. And it's like, it's a wonderful life. I just really, really am happy. But I kind of hit a wall, because as much as I love my life, I want more coin. And I want more success. I mean, I really want those things. I want a personal chef. I want a massage and a facial once a month. And I want to be able to use my money to help the people in my life that I love. I mean, I have a foster daughter that I love dearly, and I'd love to be able to help her, but I can't, because I'm not in that situation. And that was when I heard about Tasha and started working with her, because I want more coin in the bank. And that's all there is to it.
I love it. Yeah,
So,
like Jesus says, yes, more coin and success. You gotta put that up. That I love you. Yes, more coin and success. So you're watching the live a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even remember what it was about, but I remember your email. So go ahead,
right.
Share with us.
Okay. So I started working with Tasha, because I'm realizing that, okay, there's something going on, and I'm thinking, okay, well, it could be money. I haven't connected any of this yet. I'm just thinking that if I don't have success and I don't have money, then I have a problem with money. Yeah. So I started working on it, and I started thinking about, I can't remember exactly when I made the connection between this stuff. But I did make the connection between the money, the fear of, money, and me thinking that bad things are going to come to me if I get large sums of money. And the reason I think it took me so long to make the connection was because I never thought about my finances. Like, I never thought about money and finances in the same thing. Mm. So for me, as a result of my divorce, I had just about every financial ruin that you could think of. So I'd already been there and done that. That didn't make any difference to me.
Mhm.
What blew my mind was when I figured out that I couldn't think about manifesting money. Like the thought of manifesting $250,000 had me freaking terrified, because to me, if I got, I got like 150K out of those accidents. And it's like, if I got those, what I had to go through to get that money, what the hell was I going to have to go through to manifest $250,000? I was terrified. And worse yet, it's like, what would happen? Like, I have relatives who are wealthy. It's like, did I want to think about manifesting and then one of them would die and I would get the money that way? I mean, it was like, it just blew my mind that I could have such absurd beliefs in my brain, but that's what I thought. So I couldn't dream or think about manifesting money or success, because that was what was behind it. It was like this big whale kahuna of a hidden belief that I had about money, that the only way I was going to get it was as the result of physical pain or death.
Wow.
I mean, isn't that ridiculous?
No, it's interesting. It's interesting. And you know why, Valerie? Because God bless you, with all the best wishes in the world, the best intentions in the world, you've watched my lives, you've been like in the community for a while, and it's this is what I say. It's like I'm going on this journey and I can't figure out why I'm not understanding which path to take, or I can't figure out, I see everybody else, they've all gone there and they're coming back, and I'm like, wait a minute, well, I just can't figure myself out. I can't figure out what it is for me. And for you to uncover such a major belief is not ridiculous. It is, let's celebrate, like, yay, because that's the thing. There's so many people who are so wanting so deeply the results in their life and not understanding why. Like, for you to be in our community for as long as you were, and to make a statement like, I couldn't even dream about money. It's like your desire for more was pulling you here, right? But then to come to the realization that, damn, I can't even dream. I can't even dream about manifesting it. And then to realize the reason I can't dream about it is because on the back end, I'm scared of how it's going to happen, and some of you watching it might not be that you've had Valerie's experiences with accidents, but I've definitely had many clients who've thought, well, what if somebody dies and that's how I get the money? Especially if we have relatives who we know we're going to get an inheritance, and it's like, I don't even want to think that that's horrible. So let me just put all manifesting money to the side, because my logical brain is saying that's the only way it knows of. And so I don't even want to go there, And for some of us too, another thing that I know is, what am I going to have to give of myself to manifest this money? What is it that what's it going to cost me? Some people, that's another thing that we've been raised with. For me, for a long time, my thing was proving my worth. So when you're raised with a value that says you have to prove you're worthy of being provided for financially, when you think about money, all I'm thinking of is, well, what's the trade going to be? It's going to be my soul for millions of dollars. That's what it's going to cost. And I don't want that. I don't know. I don't think there are too many people. You have to be really ruthless to be like, I don't care, whatever the price, I just give me the money, So yeah, for those of us watching, I just want you all to be thinking about, Suzanne says, write a book. Valerie helps lots of people. I don't know how many, but Valerie actually helps lots of people write books. She's helping me write one of my books. So that's really funny. But keep sharing, Valerie.
Okay. So, like I said, it was just really, really amazing for me to come to that awareness. And the thing about it is, like, once you get all of those once puzzle pieces exposed, you really can just start looking at them and get rid of them. They really do lose their power. There's just no doubt about it. But that doesn't mean that their nasty little cousins aren't hanging around every once in a while trying to come back into the picture. And this actually happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was sitting down and I was realizing I needed to buy something. So I was thinking in my mind, I was thinking, okay, where's the money for this going to come from? And it wasn't like I didn't have the money. I had the money. I was thinking between two accounts and I was trying to decide which account I was going to pay for this thing that I needed. I sat there and I realized I was having a physical reaction to my thinking. And I was actually like breathing. I could feel my breathing change and I could feel myself getting anxious. And I was like, wow, this was really, really weird. And I thought, well, this must have something to do with me thinking about money. So the next time it happened, the next time I felt it happening, I just sat and I got quiet and I asked my mind, I literally said, what is going on here? What's this about? And the words came straight into my mind. Oh no, I need money. Something bad's going to happen. And it's like after all the work I'd done, and I've done a lot of work, it's like I'm still sitting there going, oh no, I need money. Something bad's going to happen. And it was
Even
like I was.
you have the money. It's not even like it's.
Oh yeah, I had the money.
You already have it.
I have it. This is my subconscious mind still holding on.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then I think, because I work with Tasha, gratefully. And the thing that I remembered Tasha said, you have to become the master of your thoughts. So I decided I was going to master that little pain in the ass right out of my head. And I rewrote it. So now when I get that feeling, I go, Yahoo! I am so excited because when I get this feeling, I know that money is coming to me in a wonderful way that's going to benefit me and anyone else involved. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. And I just keep saying that over and over again and let it go, because it's like that old belief, that old thought, it's nothing, it's powerless, it's not true. And I know it's not true. And I know, I've learned to, I might have felt like it was true before, but if I hadn't started working with Tasha, I wouldn't have had enough support to figure out that, okay, no, this other thing that I kind of think might be true really is true. If it weren't for that, I'd still be sitting in my little box and I'd still be believing that the reason I wasn't doing, being, or having more was because there was something wrong with me. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with any of us. This was all about ideas and beliefs and thoughts that were programmed into me when I was so young. I didn't have any reason to believe that they weren't true. I didn't have a reason to confront them or to deal with them or anything. And now that I do, it's like my life is better. And I can visually manifest the crap out of a lot of money now. So I have no problems with that. And that's my story.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. I wanted to stop you so many times. I'm like, just keep her going, keep her going. The big one for me, two big ones for me, but the big one for me was listen to Valerie. Even she had the money.
I did.
She had the money in the bank. This is how deep that belief was, that she had the money. She wasn't waiting for it to be created and she didn't know how. And she legitimately had a fear that one of the ways could be something bad. She had the money in her physical possession. That's how deep the fear was, that once her awareness triggered a need for money, her limiting or her long-held belief surfaced and said, oh, something bad's going to happen. You need money must mean something bad's going to happen. And she was able to recognize it physically. What about when we don't even realize how long it took Valerie to see that, right? So that's when I say, when we talk about fear of success and you go, oh no, that's everybody else. No, not me, right? I just want to encourage you to listen to this story. And like Valerie said, ask yourself. I tell people all the time, my most powerful tool is this: a blank sheet of paper and a pen. I literally, when I'm stuck, I will write. I literally write the question. Valerie said she just asked her mind, what is going on here? I will write it. Why am I so scared to take this action? And I might not even write the answer right then. For me, I've gotten so good at this that it just comes through immediately now. But there were times when I would write it, put it on my bedside table, and just leave it for a couple hours, for a day or two. Sure enough, I've never had a blank sheet because I get the answer. So that was really powerful for me, was that fact that you had the money, and even with it, still the fear still surfaced. And I love that affirmation. Every one of you watching needs to write this down. I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way. I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way. And I think you said, so I'm trying to say it in your words. I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way, and everybody involves benefits in a positive way. I'm just going to change it a little bit, but I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way, and everyone involved benefits in a positive way. That is beautiful. Like if that's what you got from doing my program, not to mention I can visualize the heck out of a lot of money now. That's amazing. But creating this affirmation in response to that fear, Valerie, is like, that's priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about peace of mind around something that you so desire. All right, you guys, I look at all of this. I want to see you. Come on. Even if you just write the first part, I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way, because if it's a wonderful way, it also means everybody receives the benefit of it in a wonderful way, right? So thank you, Lisa, for typing that up. I'm going to put it up on here. I know money is coming to me in a wonderful way. Even if that's all you type this morning, go ahead. Let's just get that in our little neural pathways and create a new subconscious belief. Believe it or not, just by writing that out begins that process for all of you. So I love that. As you're all typing, Valerie, thank you so much. I think it's, as you're sharing, I'm like having a little moment where I go, she has watched this live every Monday for all these years, and now she's on the live.
Yeah.
So who's next? Who's going to be next? I love getting to hear about your breakthroughs. And I want to say, Anne's on. She says, another powerful talk. So this last week Thursday, I did an entire Clubhouse conversation around deservingness. And just like this, hold on, I want to put some of you up on here. Just like this, it was really amazing to see, hang on a second, I'm going too fast for myself. It was really amazing to see the depth of the conversation that we had around deservingness, the distinction between deservingness and worthiness. Mm-hmm. But here is what Lamont, who was on with us, gave an example which just hit the mark. And he talked about, he was bidding for a job, and what he asked for, he priced it based on what he felt he was worth versus what he deserved. And that just blew my mind, because I am all about the deservingness conversation. But to really bring this home to you, the distinction between worthiness and deservingness and money, I want to have another conversation around this next Monday morning. So all of you that are interested in really diving deeper into this bit about deservingness and money, let me know that you want me to talk about this next Monday, or I'll skip it and talk about something else. Go ahead and type the word deserve in the comments, just so I can get a feel. How many of you want to really, really, really own this deservingness and money, and understanding the distinction between worthiness? Because so many of us are going out there trying to get what we're worth. And I want to show you that that is a recipe for suffering. It just is. Trying to get people to pay you what you are worth. Yeah, we really need to unpack this one and step into deservingness. What do you deserve? So go ahead and type the word deserve so I know. Yes. All right. I see enough of you. We're doing it. We're doing it next Monday morning at 8 a.m. Right here on Facebook Live. Come join me. I'll prep for that. And then I also want you to type the word reminder so that you get a reminder to make sure you're back here. You want to hear it, so type the word reminder now. You're going to get something in Facebook Messenger that tells you, let me put this up on here, that tells you to click here so that you'll be reminded 15 minutes before the call next Monday. All right. So go ahead and type the word reminder, check your Facebook Messenger, click the little link, and you'll be all set. It's so easy. You get a link in Facebook Messenger 15 minutes before the live. You don't even have to search for it. Right. So let's talk about deservingness next Monday. Deservingness next Monday morning. That was a tongue tag. All right, everyone, have a great week. Valerie, thank you so much for contributing to this conversation. And if you're looking for an incredible copywriter, if you have a book in you and you need somebody to ghostwrite it, look it over. I mean, I sent my notes to Valerie and she turned it into a book. So she's your person. Valerie, I'm going to type her name on here because Valerie, you didn't put your full name.
Oh.
You didn't put your full name, so hang on, because I want people to find you. I want them to find you on Facebook. Is that okay with you, by the way? See how I'm just out here?
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you kidding?
All right, guys, there's her name. You'll find her on Facebook. Find her on Facebook, friend request Valerie. Continue on the journey with her. She's part of the Money Attraction community as well. She's in that Facebook group. And so I'm sure you'll find her, but just continue to watch her journey. All right. Mwah. I love you guys. Love you, Valerie. Have a great Monday. Bye, everyone. Bye.